Welcome back to Mornings with Jaresha. It's Friday. It's Friday. We made it. We made it. We made it. It's Fierce Friday. It is Fabulous Friday. It is Fearless Friday and Focus Friday. And today, let's just throw another F into the equation. It is Fantabulous Friday. Now, let me tell you, I didn't even realize that that was an actual word, but it is Fantabulous Friday. And are you having a Fantabulous Friday? Are you working on your Friday finisher list? How is that coming along? Let me tell you, my Friday finisher list this week, I think I had a total of maybe 10 to 12 tasks on my Friday finisher list. And let's just say that at this point, I am I am almost complete. I'm almost complete. So it's almost completed with my Friday finisher list. I have just a few more tasks that I'm going to be working on today. And it just so happened that today I am attending one of the Eric Thomas conferences, in which I'm super excited about the 120 conference. This is my first time attending the conference. And so today I really just want to kick off this whole Friday thing as we jump into the weekend with how are you investing in yourself? How are you investing in yourself? So we know how important it is for us to be working on our goals, our dreams, and our purpose. But how are you investing in yourself? We want to make sure we're going to be, doing tasks and making sure our habits are in line with the path that we are headed, or the path that we want to be on. So we're all on this journey of success. And so I just was thinking, just as I have been connecting with so many amazing people with this conference. And when I tell you, yeah, if you don't know who Eric Thomas is, he is truly amazing, so amazing. And I'm so excited just to be able to invest in myself and just recognizing the importance of investing in you. I can think back to years ago when I first, really started investing in myself and recognized the importance of it. And it was a challenge. Let me just say this. It was a challenge because when you are weighing the pros and the cons of, do you drop, that much money on the table? Sometimes, when we look at our finances and what's going on in our life, we have to be willing to invest in self, be willing to invest in ourselves. And so I'm so happy years ago that I decided to do that, because what happened was, once I made the decision and, gave myself permission to invest in self and really recognize how important it is for you to grow and for me to grow. And so when I made that decision, can I tell you that it was not hard the next time to say, you know what, I need this. I need to be growing. I'm going to invest in this conference. I'm going to invest in this training. I'm going to invest. And so make sure that as you are focused on this Friday, that you are investing in yourself. You're investing the time, you're investing the effort, you're investing the money into yourself, because ultimately we are all striving for success, right? We're striving for success. So, yesterday I talked about the tools of success and creating that toolbox of success. And so today I really just wanted to talk about the investment that we're going to make, and also looking at almost like a transition or an addition to what I mentioned yesterday, just about still continue on this journey of success, and some of the things that we really need to be focused on as we are on this journey, as you're going into the weekend. And if you're an entrepreneur, you are steady working. And some of us that work the 9 to 5 world, they're working as well. And so I know everybody's working hard. You're working hard on your Friday finisher list. You're going to be working hard this weekend. Make sure you get some rest, though. Make sure you get some rest this weekend, and you can just kick back and relax sometime this weekend. But today we are still focused on working. We are focused on working on our dreams, our goals, and our purpose. And so, one of the things that I was thinking about and just in having conversation with other attendees that is attending this conference is how it's so important just to surround yourself around like-minded people. How it's so important to do what you love to do, right? Do you love what you're doing? Because that is such a good question to ask, especially if you're still in the 9 to 5 world, and perhaps you are, have this career that you're doing every single day, like you're getting up and working that, 9 to 5 job, and you absolutely hate what you're doing. This is a reality check for you to look at what you're doing, and if you love doing it. If you're not feeling fulfilled, then I believe that you need to do something about that. I can remember when I was in the 9 to 5 world and I was working a job, and it was in healthcare, and I absolutely, absolutely knew that I didn't feel fulfilled at all. There was no self fulfillment at all, y'all. And so I knew that with that being said, that I needed to work on that. I needed to figure out what I needed to do in order to position myself to where I can be fulfilled, in order to position myself so that I can enjoy really walking into my greatness and fulfilling my passion. Check your passions. What are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? And so another thing I was thinking about too is how we need to make sure we are giving our all, right? So are giving our 120%, 110, however you want to look at it. Just make sure it's over 100%. Like you're gonna give your absolute all with everything that you're doing. And so it's so funny because I think back to just again, when I was in the 9 to 5 world and really starting to question, my journey and what I really wanted to do. So I was looking at, okay, this is where I'm at. I know who I am. This is where I'm at, and I know the direction I want to go. And then I begin to really get clear so that I can figure out what that looked like for me and what that meant as far as a plan of action for me to take to ultimately step outside of that 9 to 5, step outside of a role, a corporate job, if you will, that I did not enjoy doing, that I knew was simply a job, and it was not really helping me towards my purpose. I felt like I was not walking in purpose. Now, although being in the healthcare world, there was a lot of value, so I was adding value. However, when I tell you that from the leadership level, there was a lack of recognition, meaning as far as I knew that I wasn't valued. And so, and not to jump too much into the whole 9 to 5 world, because I say to each his own. If you are in a career and you absolutely love it, listen, you better do it, okay? Rock your job, rock your passion. It just depends on the person. So everybody is different. What's going to work for you is not going to work for somebody else. Your passion is going to be different from mine, but it's ultimately looking at self and recognizing if you are in this space that you are unhappy. Why are you unhappy about that space? What can you be doing about it? Do you know what your purpose is? Do you know what your passion is? And how can you truly walk into that passion? And so often we have to evaluate ourselves and really complete that SWOT analysis when it comes down to our success. Now, I'll be the first one to say that I will throw up a SWOT analysis in a second. That might be a little weird to some, but I will really, really write down and complete that analysis in so many different areas of my life because it gives me clarity. It allows me to know where I'm at and then where I need to go. And for those of you that are not familiar with the SWOT analysis, it is where you're going to evaluate the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats involved. I do this for projects as well. So every project that I have that's on my plate, there is a SWOT analysis that's completed. And it allows you to really analyze and look at those different areas so you know how to move forward. Because ultimately, we are all on this journey of success and we're all striving for success, right? We are striving for success. And so I'm really, really just excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So if you are passionate about anything, you get super excited. I love attending conferences, especially when it's all about growing and you just have there's so many opportunities for us to be learning and growing and making sure you have your notebook and taking notes. But also one of the things that I have learned in the years of just attending conferences and investing in my growth is after. So after, what happens after? Okay, so we're all excited about, maybe you have an upcoming conference or some kind of a training. You get super excited about it. And then what happens after? So you may take notes during the conference, but what are you going to do? So, what are the action items? What are you going to do afterward? And so, for me, I'll tell you what I generally do after any kind of conference, after any kind of training, anything that I am going to attend, that I'm investing in self. I am blocking time on my calendar so that I can start to dive into my notes. I can, go back through, highlight or re-highlight and pull out the items that I've already highlighted so that I can begin to take action on those things. What good is going to a conference or attending some kind of training and you're not going to utilize, like, what is your takeaways? And so if you will always write down what the takeaways are and then the action items that you're going to take regarding those takeaways, I promise you it makes going and attending conferences just so much more amazing because you have those takeaways, you have those action items. And yes, we have our to-do list that we're constantly adding items to. But when you invest in yourself, and it's often, it's not a free thing. So we have to understand that when we invest in stuff, we're going to have to drop some money on the table. We're going to have to put some time. We're going to have to put some effort into investing in ourselves. And so that means even being willing to block out time after so that you can tap into what it is, those key takeaways and begin to apply those items to your life, to your business. How can you apply? To me, that the whole process is just super exciting from when you attend to even after, because you get the opportunity to apply every last thing that you learn to your life. Listen, within the Maxwell leadership, we have a thing. We have a thing. It's all about the learning system, the learning cycle. It is learn it, live it, lead it. Learn it, live it, lead it. When I tell you that cycle is so powerful because you learn something, right? So you go to a conference, you attend some kind of training, you attend some kind of course, some kind of class, you learn it. And then you begin to apply it to your life. You apply it to your life and you live it. You live it, okay? You live it. That is where you're going to apply it to your life. How are you going to apply that principle? How are you going to apply that takeaway? How are you going to apply and use it in your life in some way, shape, or form? And then you lead it. That means you share it with somebody else, right? We are supposed to be empowering, supporting each other. And so what good is having these nuggets and this wisdom if you're not going to share it with somebody else? So make sure as you are investing in self, as you are learning, because we're all on this learning journey, make sure you're going to learn it, live it, lead it. Learn it, live it, lead it. And we should be doing that with everything that we're constantly learning from a day to day. So I'm super excited about today. It is going to be just, I know that it's just going to be a life-changing and a game changer for me, for my business, and everything else that goes along with it. So I'm super excited about it being fantabulous. Fantabulous Friday. How can it be a fantabulous Friday for you? Or whenever you're listening to this, if it's not Friday, how can it be a fantabulous day for you? I think we have to strive for a fantabulous day every single day, not just being fierce, not just being focused, not just being fabulous, not just being fearless, but how can you begin to make sure your day today is fantabulous. And I'll tell you how we can. We can make sure we are eliminating procrastination. Eliminating procrastination, okay? Let's get rid of it. If you want to accomplish your goals, your dreams, and your purpose, you have to learn to do what you don't feel like doing. So develop that self-discipline, right? Develop it. Make sure you're planning. You're planning and following through. Make sure you're planning and following through. You need to also make sure that you are protecting your energy. Protect your energy at all costs, okay? Protect your energy. It is so important for you to do that. One of the things you also need to make sure you're going to do is understanding the bad habits that you have in your life. Understanding the bad habits. Make a list of the bad habits. I know we're constantly making a list of our to-do lists and our goals and the action plans. But what are the bad habits that you have in your life? Make a list of those bad habits and then focus on how you can stop doing those bad habits, how you can turn those bad habits into good habits. That is so very important for us. And not just also when we think about making that to-do list, but what's on your your not do. So to do I'm not gonna do list. I'm not gonna do not do list. Okay. Make sure you have both. I always look at both sides of it. So the things I'm gonna do and the things I'm not gonna do. So my not to do list, if you will. Make a list of both because I feel like as we are on this journey of success, we have to understand both sides of it. We have to understand what it takes for us to move forward, for us to strive forward, but also we have to understand those things, those fears, those things that try to keep us stuck, the things that try to keep us from moving forward. We have to understand that. And so as you write down what you're going to be doing, that Friday finisher list, make a list of the things that are distractions for you and get rid of those distractions because the distractions is going to keep you from moving forward. It's going to keep you from working hard on this day. The distractions will keep you from investing in yourself. And ultimately, you want to be investing in yourself. Yes, yes, yes. We are all on this journey of success and hard work. And that is it's an amazing journey to be on, but it comes with all kinds of heartache. It comes with pain. It comes with disappointments. It comes with failure. But it also comes with rewards. When I tell you, investing in yourself is a huge reward. You may look at the cost like, oh my gosh, I don't know how. How? But let me tell you, ask yourself, are you worth it? Are you worth the investment? And I'm going to say yes. You are worth the investment. You are worth the reward. I made that decision years ago when I first decided to invest in myself, and it wasn't just $100, $200, $500. It was thousands of dollars that I dropped on the table to invest in me. And it was so worth it. So I say to you on this fantabulous Friday, you make sure you invest in yourself and keep investing in yourself. You won't have any regrets. I promise you, you will not have any regrets. So I hope y'all ready. I hope you are ready. I hope you are ready because it is time to execute. It is time to execute. It is time to invest in you because you are worth it and you deserve it. It is time to execute. Let's get it. Let's go.